Good afternoon, boys. Welcome to our first rugby session for 2020. I know it's a rugby session in a different setup. I know we're going to do this at home up until we get back to school. But before we start the session, there's just a few things which I just wanted to go through with you. We should all know that rugby, it's a contact game. Being a contact game, it involves or it requires us to be fit, and also it requires us to have strength, muscle strength. It requires us to have power, and also it requires us to have speed. So obviously we need to work on in those areas, and obviously there's the aspect of skill. We need to have our skill right. So for today, we're just going to try and just look at or work on our fitness mainly, and also our strength, and work on our strength, but mainly fitness because it's our first session. But also the other thing which I need to talk about, being a contact game, and rugby, it's played in a safe environment. I know you're going to do this at home, and sometimes you're going to play with your brother, with anyone at home, and sometimes you're going to play with your brother, with anyone older, younger, or older brother. But I must say this: let's practice safety. Safety, it's of paramount importance at this stage, especially when you're doing it at home, and when you decide to play in your garden. Maybe you decide to play in your room for some reason. But please, let's keep safe. Safety, 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 safety. I emphasize again, safety. It's of paramount importance. The other thing, please, no tackling. Not tackling in an environment which is not safe. If you're tackling, make sure you're doing the right thing. You're doing it with someone watching you as well, maybe be it your mom or your dad. So please, I encourage you boys, just let's keep safe. And then the other thing which I also want you guys to do is to try and just I know most of you anyway, but all I need is just to through your classrooms, just type or tell your teacher who's doing rugby, put your name down. It'll help me also to know the numbers, those who have signed up for rugby for this term. So please, I encourage you through your classroom, just do that with your teacher, and tell your teacher that you'll be doing rugby this term, rugby team or grade 3 rugby team. So I need to know the numbers of players. There are different numbers when you look at the grade 6 and 7s, that is the team, and when you look at grade 3 and Colts, grade 3 and Colts, they've got the same number. So I want you guys to tell me how many players in a team. And then the second question which I'm going to ask you as well is for you to at least give me 5 positions you know in the Colts rugby, or in a rugby team. So maybe you're one of your favorite, you write one of your favorite, or maybe the one you're thinking you're going to play this term. So give me 5 positions you know. So that's all I'm asking, and that's all I'm gonna say for now. But for your session, it's all going to be on a session plan which you'll see and just follow. But the first thing definitely I'm going to ask you to do, run around your garden 10 times. That's a challenge I'm giving you. Run around your garden, no matter how big or small it is, but just run it 10 times this afternoon. So that's your first exercise or first warm-up session you're going to do, and then you follow the rest on the session plan which I'm going to provide. Let's have fun.